Welcome to Basic Computer Skills. Hello, I'm Shelby, a member of the Regional Support Unit with the State of Missouri, Department of Higher Education and Workforce Development. The purpose of this workshop is to help you in navigating one of the most commonly used tools today, the computer. Computers are part of our everyday lives: cell phones, televisions, cars, and even refrigerators. In this workshop, you will learn about hardware, software, and applications and common uses of a computer, including creating a basic document and browsing the internet. By learning about the basics of these computers, you can obtain skills to prosper in our continuously changing society. Most of the guides in this workshop assume you're running the Windows operating system. If you're using an Apple Macintosh, many of the same principles will apply, but in some cases the process for launching and using applications might be a little bit different, and the apps might be different as well. At the end of this workshop, you should be able to identify the main parts of a computer, plug one in and turn one on, be able to launch an application, be able to create and save a document, and be able to launch and use a web browser. What is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that processes data and performs tasks according to a set of instructions, also known as programs. It can store, retrieve, and process data. Technically, a lot of devices qualify as computers these days. These are computers in your phone, in your TV, in your car, and, as mentioned before, your refrigerators. A computer is an electronic machine that inputs, outputs, stores, and processes information and works with information to help people with thinking tasks. People use computers for a variety of reasons, including learning, working, fun, organization, and connecting to the internet, and much more. Remember, computers are machines. They cannot think for themselves, and sometimes they do not work like we think they should. Types of computers. You're probably most familiar with personal computers, also known as PCs, as well as mobile computing devices such as tablets and smartphones. Beyond the typical everyday devices individuals use are mainframes, large computers used by organizations for bulk data processing, and supercomputers, extremely powerful computers for complex tasks such as weather forecasting simulations. Pause your video now and complete the first question of your worksheet. Here are some features you can find on a typical computer: writing letters and creating spreadsheets, voice and video chatting with your friends and family all over the world, browsing the incredible library that is the World Wide Web, playing games with others or solo, from simple card games to basic shooters, doing your taxes, checking on news and current affairs, storing, sharing, and browsing photo albums, listening to music and watching TV. These are just some of the ways a computer can be utilized. Now let's look at when to use what type of device. Desktop computers work best when you have a space to set them up and not move them around. They usually have separate parts such as a monitor, also known as a screen, to view images and text, a keyboard to type or input information, a mouse to navigate areas on the monitor, and a central processing unit or a CPU. Laptop computers also have the monitor, keyboard, and mouse, commonly referred to as a trackpad or a touchpad. But while desktops usually have everything separate, laptops are all together, making them more portable. You can take them with you just about anywhere. Laptops can also have an additional external keyboard and mouse for easier navigation as well. Before we continue, we are going to identify parts of a computer. Here we see a monitor, a keyboard, a mouse, power buttons, the central processing unit, also known as the CPU, and the universal serial bus, also known as a USB connection. While you may see additional parts on your computer, these are the standard on most computers. Pause your video and complete the next question on your worksheet. Components of a computer. Now that we have a basic overview of what a computer is, let's break it down a little further. First, computers are made of hardware and software. The hardware are the physical parts of a computer. Some examples are keyboard, monitor, and the CPU. The software is the operating systems and the programs that run a computer. Some examples are Windows, iOS, Word, Excel, and Adobe. What do each of these parts of a computer do? The monitor is the screen that displays the computer's output. It's how the computer shows you information. Mouse and keyboard. Computers are operating using a mouse and keyboard. A mouse helps you navigate where you want to browse on a computer. When connecting to a computer, a mouse creates an icon on the monitor referred to as a pointer. The keyboard is your digital typewriter. It's the way you see text in your applications. We will explore how to operate these a little later in the video. Touchscreen computers, like tablets and smartphones, use fingers or a stylus. Hardware basics. The hardware we just went over, the keyboard and the mouse, are identified as input devices, items that input information into the computer. Output devices are what communicates information outside of the computer. These are the monitor, as well as the printers and speakers. The brain of the computer, which executes instructions on everything that happens in the computer, is the central processing unit, the CPU. Random access memory, also known as RAM, is a temporary memory used to store data that is being processed. Additional storage drives can be used using external drives such as hard drives or SSDs, also known as solid-state drives. Pause your video and complete the next question on your worksheet. Brain and computer memory. This is the body of the computer itself, where all the computing parts are stored. In it is the computer processor, memory, storage, and much more. It's the part of the computer that thinks, calculates, and remembers. Software basics. At its core, operating software, also known as the operating system, is a software that manages both the hardware and software computer. It acts as an intermediary between the computer hardware and the software applications. An operating system performs several critical functions. Management of hardware resources such as memory, processors, and storage, as well as how users interact with the computer, and the running and managing of software applications to ensure they work effectively with the hardware are a few examples. There are various operating systems, each offering different features and user experiences. Just like how there are several operating systems to choose from depending on what different features you are looking for, there are also several different application software. Application software are programs designed to perform specific tasks. Operating system. Your computer or laptop has an operating system. Some common examples include Windows, known for its user-friendly interface commonly used in personal computers and businesses. Mac OS, the operating system for Apple's computers, known for its sleek design and integration with other Apple devices. And Linux, an open-source operating system widely used in servers and development environments for its flexibility and security. The operating system is what allows your computer to talk to other programs and complete tasks. Applications or apps are used on phones, tablets, watches, and several other devices besides desktop and laptop computers. Think of apps as programs made to perform specific tasks, sharing pictures, listening to music, online shopping. There are all kinds of possibilities. Web browsers such as Chrome, Edge, Firefox, and productivity software such as Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint are just a few of ones you may have seen on your own computer. Pause your video and complete the next question on your worksheet. Getting connected. Now that we went over the hardware and software parts of a computer, how do you know they all fit together? Knowing the different ways that the hardware for a computer can be put together can assist you in better understanding how a computer works. How all of the parts of a computer fit together is dependent on the type of computer. Some use wires, others are connected wirelessly, and most are a combination of both. It doesn't matter how a computer is connected, but it is important to be able to identify what those connections look like. Common wired connections. Here are some common wired connections you may find on your computer. These are included in your worksheet for references. Matching activity. Displayed here is a variety of computer cables and connections. To better help with recognizing ports and wired connections, we are now going to identify each of these. First is an HDMI cable. These are commonly used to connect monitors to the CPU. Next is a USB. These are used to store and transfer data. After that is a C cable. These are commonly used for cell phones to charge and connect to other devices. And finally, here is an Ethernet cable. This is another way for computers and other devices to connect to the internet other than Wi-Fi. Pause your video and complete the next question on your worksheet. After looking at the types of cables, let's see if we can match them to the appropriate port. Pause your video and complete the next question on your worksheet. Common wireless connections. We have looked at ways to connect computers using wires. Now we're going to review ways we can connect wirelessly. The 4G and 5G refer to the different generations of wireless network technology. Each offers different levels of speed, connectivity, and capabilities. In other words, when we hear, "This is a 5G network," it means it is the 5th generation of technology. Cell phones, tablets, laptops, several different devices use this technology to access the internet. Bluetooth is a wireless way to connect one device to another, such as cell phone to cell phone or a cell phone to a car. Another wireless connection you may not think of are radio frequencies. While these are also used for device-to-device connections, these are usually low power, meaning you don't have to worry about the frequency interfering with other devices as much as they are smaller range for communications. Preparing to use a computer. When getting ready to use a computer, there are some best practices to keep injuries to a minimum when repeatedly using a desktop or laptop computer. The top of your screen should be at eye level. Keep your neck and back straight. Keep your wrists in a neutral stance. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Adjust your elbows to an angle between 90 and 110 degrees. Basic computer operations. Once we have all the parts of a computer connected, the next step would be to turn on the computer and confirm everything is working correctly. We will go over how to turn the computer on and off, how to use the mouse and keyboard, and finally how to use a basic application. Powering on and off. There are usually a variety of different ways to power a computer on and off. Powering on. Physical power buttons on the computer case where the CPU is are the most common method of turning on a computer. Physical power buttons can also be found on the monitor and keyboards as well. Some PCs, particularly those that are part of a smart home setup, can also be powered on using apps or remote control through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. And in some computer settings, you can schedule the computer to be turned on at a specific time without having to physically press a power button or a remote control. Powering off. After turning on a computer, there is a way to power it off by clicking the shutdown option in the Start menu. If the system is unresponsive, holding down the physical power button for several seconds forces a shutdown. This method should be used cautiously as it can cause data loss or corruption. On some computers, certain keyboard combinations, also known as Alt+ functions, can be used to turn off the computer. And just like with turning the computer on, a computer can be set to turn off at a specific time or remote powered off as well. This is often used for managing servers or computers in a business environment. Finally, in certain cases, you can cut off power entirely by turning off the switch on the power strip or by unplugging the computer. This is similar to a hard shutdown and should be used sparingly to avoid damage to software and data corruption. Computer login. As long as everything is connected and functioning correctly, and once we have powered on the computer, there should be a login screen. Mouse tips. Now that we have turned on the computer, you may notice the mouse icon, most commonly shown as an arrow on your screen. The mouse allows you to interact with the computer. To properly use a mouse, you want to place your hand on the mouse with your index finger on the left button and your middle finger on the right button. Your palm should be resting on the body of the mouse, the area to the back of the left and right buttons. Think of the mouse as an extension of your hand. Left-clicking on the mouse is used for most actions. Right-clicking is used to open menus or more options. The scroll wheel, usually found in the middle of the mouse, is used to move up and down on a page and scrolling the internet. You can select files, open documents, use the internet, and much more. Pause your video and complete the next question on your worksheet. Keyboard tips. The keyboard is your digital typewriter. It is the way you enter text into your applications. Here is a breakdown of a typical computer keyboard. Take a moment to pause the video and review over the current layout of your keyboard. Basic computer skills, desktop. These are just a few things you will see on a desktop or a laptop. The desktop is your main screen where you can find a variety of applications and notifications. Desktop icons are one way you can open applications on your computer. The mouse pointer is where your mouse is on the computer. The notification area is where messages such as your internet connection status, volume, battery life, along with other important information will display here. The quick launch is where frequently used apps such as your web browsers will be displayed. The Start button is where you'll find a list of your apps on your computer, along with settings and your power options. Finally, your taskbar displays what current apps you have open. How desktops look may have changed, but they still have the same basic setup. There are several programs that can be found on a computer. Productivity software include, but aren't limited to, Microsoft Office including Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Google Workspace in Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. This is software that assists with Office tasks such as typing, information, and creating presentations. Some examples of web browsers are Google Chrome, Mozilla Foxfire, Microsoft Edge, Safari, Opera. As the name web browser suggests, these are programs used to navigate the internet. Programs such as productivity software and web browsers usually come pre-installed on computers. Pause your video and complete the next 2 questions on your worksheet. We are now going to go over the basics of navigating a productivity software. Take this opportunity to follow along. Practice is the best way to better learn how to navigate a computer, just like any other skill. Start by clicking on the Windows icon on the bottom of your screen. A menu will pop up with different application icons and names. Is WordPad there? If yes, left-click on it. If not, then move the pointer to and left-click on all programs. A new list of even more application icons will appear. Move your mouse pointer and left-click on Accessories. More options will appear, including WordPad. Left-click on it. Once a blank page has appeared on your screen, take this opportunity to try typing using your keyboard. Once you feel comfortable, feel free to try some additional steps. Try this, pressing the Enter key to end a paragraph. Hold down the Shift key to make characters uppercase and to access symbols. Try using the Backspace key to delete a letter you've just typed. If you enter enough text, it will start to exceed the space on the screen. A bar will appear on the right-hand side of the window. This is called a scroll bar, and it lets you scroll the document up and down. If you want to save your progress, clicking the file, then Save As, will bring up the Save window to select where you want to place your newly created document, as well as what you want to name the document, and what type of document you want it to be. This will store the document in the computer permanently or until it's manually deleted, so that you can open it again later. You'll be able to access a saved document even if the computer is turned off and on again. There are several other tasks this program can do: copying and editing pictures, writing letters, creating flyers, and much more. As mentioned before, this isn't the only productivity software. Comparable programs are Google Docs and Microsoft Word. We have explored the basics of hardware and software of a computer, including an overview of one of the many productivity softwares. Now, we are going to explore the basics of internet navigation. According to Merriam-Webster, the internet is an electronic communications network that connects computer networks and organizational computer facilities around the world. In other words, the internet is a multitude of computers connected to each other from all over the world. There are several ways to search the web. One of the most common methods is to type in what you are searching for. Depending on what you type and what order you type it in, you can get different results. There are other ways to search as well, such as by voice, or you can search via images as well. Here is a simplified breakdown of how to search using Google. Step 1. Click on the internet browser such as Chrome, Firefox, or Edge. Step 2. Click on the search bar. Step 3. Type what you would like to search for. For this example, we are going to use Missouri Career Center. Step 4. Click the search button. And Step 5. Click on one of the hyperlinks. Pause your video and complete the next question of your worksheet. Now that we have used the keyboard and went over the basics of searching the web, let's talk about typing. As technology has progressed, the age at which people start learning to type has become younger and younger. Now typing is taught as early as elementary school. For those who need lessons on learning the basics of typing or on improving their typing speed, online courses are available for free. Here is just one of the several websites you can go to practice your typing skills. This website also has typing tests to see what your typing speed is and what your accuracy is. This can be helpful to know for applying for certain careers that require a lot of typing. Take this opportunity to pause your video and go to the website provided in your worksheet and take a 1-minute typing test. Record your results in your worksheet. Your learning path doesn't end here. There are other resources at your disposal to further your skill set. Online training courses such as Coursera and Allison are available to help you progress in a variety of different lessons. For more information on workshops and other trainings available, please visit your local job center. Pause your video and complete the final question on your worksheet. If you found this workshop helpful and wish to learn more, Missouri Job Centers offer 4 other workshops, including career exploration, resume preparation, career networking, and interview preparation. For more information on Missouri Job Centers, or if you have further questions about these workshops, you can find your nearest job center online at jobs.mo.gov/jobcenters or call the Job Center support team at 866-506-0251. For additional information about Missouri Office of Workforce Development Services, contact a Missouri Job Center near you. Locations and additional information are available at jobs.mo.gov or 1-888-728-JOBS. Missouri Department of Higher Education and Workforce Development is an equal opportunity employer. Auxiliary aids and services are available upon request to individuals with disabilities. Missouri Relay Services at 711.